And what is going on YouTube? Just another gaming channel, bringing you just another video. So some Black Ops 3 here with the Kuda. Now I'm just doing part of the camo challenges at the moment, so no perks whatsoever. So I'm running, I've got long barrel, grip, quick draw, rapid fire, elo sight, and probably some other bits and bobs. Full metal jacket, which I swap out for fast mags for my next game. But what I thought I'd talk about today is new ideas for the next generation of Call of Duties. Now, during the common phase of boots on the ground, everyone wanted something different, so into space we went, futuristic. Now, after a couple of years of that, everyone's like, oh, we want to go back to boots on the ground. Now, developers just can't win, bless them. I feel sorry for them. They're probably under ridiculous deadlines from publishers. You know, I feel like Activision is like, it's like just one of those big titans that's corrupt, and I think a lot of people feel this way because they've got so much power. You can just know that they're corrupt and you can just feel it, can't you? But anyway, you've got these studios that are working their ass off, developers. The fans ask for something, so the developers design and give it them, and then when the fans get it, they complain. So I was trying to think last night of ideas that we could go. I mean, we've gone into space. So I think the next jump is like something Call of Duty Time, or time agents. You play a time agent that essentially can travel through time. Now, what this will give you is this will give you multiple time sets in present day, the future, the very distant future. Then you can go back and fight scenarios in World War I, World War II. The Cold War. I mean, you could even go further back. When Britain invaded America, the colonial wars. You could go even further back. Can you imagine going back so far? Imagine going to Victorian London with a full set of advanced energy weapons and whatever, all technology and score streaks. But you're fighting in like a 19th century or an 18th century London or a 19th century London. That'd be awesome. It'd be absolutely awesome. Can you imagine the possibilities for missions? Like, some of the missions you have to go back and stop yourself doing the mission. Say you at one point in the game you do a mission. Later on, your mission is to stop. You realised in storyline that you've done something wrong. So your mission is to go back and stop yourself doing the mission. I mean, there's the granddad paradox. Maybe there's missions involving your family, and if they die, you don't get born, or there's an alternate timeline. I mean, you could have it where part of the narrative, it forces you to make a mistake or make a choice, and when you do, when you return to your time, which could be set well in future, it's an alternate timeline. So you've got to go back and repair it. I mean, the endless possibilities. You could come back to the future and everyone's got steam technology for some reason, or nobody speaks English anymore because, I don't know, can you imagine time travelling back to prehistoric, you're talking dinosaurs, you're chasing an enemy who's been illegally time travelling to try and alter the past, and you chase him all the way to Cretaceous period, and there's fucking T-Rex and raptors after you while you're trying to kill. I mean, it'd just be awesome. And the multiplayer map settings, can you imagine, like I said, Victorian London multiplayer map? Can you imagine set 65 million years ago multiplayer maps with like pterodactyls flying by, massive jungles with trees which you've never seen before, futuristic platforms, moon bases. I mean, you could have it so far. You could have it so far in the future that you actually we've colonised other planets. Maybe even found other species, intelligent species that also have space technology. So it could be that we're fighting aliens on next Call of Duty, and I think that would be awesome. I know a lot of people are complaining about all this futuristic shit, but for those that complain, guys, this is where humanity's going. I know I'm miserable in my life. I'm born out of place. I know I was born 100,000 years too soon, a million years, 500 million years too soon, because this is where our species is going. In order to survive, we're going to have to colonise at first our planet, and when we eventually, we know space and time bends, we know it warps, and we know how to do it. Theoretically, we just don't have the technology, but when we do, we'll be off and colonising other star systems, and we will find other life out there. The mathematical possibility is too great for there not to be any life. So those that think we're alone, there's 8 million species on this planet right now, and that's 0.1% of all species that's ever existed on this planet. And you think we're alone? Say that when you look down and stroke your dog or your cat, or you see a fly or a beetle going by. We're not alone. So guys, don't be too hasty to be troubled with this futuristic stuff, because this is a natural progression of humanity. And the next Call of Duty Infinite Warfare that's coming out, that'll be us in the next sort of 100 years. We'll have battleships in space. Corporations will own their own battleships, and they'll be above the military. They'll be mining resources. They'll be trillionaires, and that'll give them unprecedented money, resources to build their own battle fleet. And before you know it, you've got a planet that declares independence. So Infinite Warfare is not that far from a realistic Earth, I think. But yeah, back on track. I mean, I think time travel is the next way to go. I mean, can you imagine, like, travelling back to World War One, and to start with, you're using all your advanced gear, but you know you stood out, aren't you? You stand out. So in campaign, you've got to ditch and hide all your shit, and then you've got to pick up like bolt action carbines or whatever. I don't know, whatever they had in World War One, and their uniforms. Same with multiplayer. Maybe some of the maps, when you go to those maps, you time travel back for the multiplayer into those maps, and you can only use weapons from those periods. Can you imagine standing there just back in good old days with an MP40 or an SG44, or then you time travel to the future and I don't know, you're fighting it out on a massive orbital space station, or even on another planet. Maybe we've colonised Venus, and maybe made it habitable, or maybe we've just got pressure suits that can survive the pressure. But I definitely think time travel is the next way to go for COD, because it will give fans absolutely everything they want. You'll get the sci-fi fans will get their bit, the boots on the ground. You'll get your bits. I mean, you could introduce even in multiplayer. Could introduce slightly bigger maps, vehicles, space battles. You could have tank driving. There's all this stuff. I mean, the thing is with time travel, the possibilities are endless, because you have the entirety of time on this planet as your canvas. So can you imagine some of the epic battles? I mean, I'm talking about World War One and Two, but and even dinosaurs. You travel back in time and chasing somebody who's trying to alter the future. I don't know, trying to. Maybe someone goes back to stop the asteroid hitting the dinosaurs. Goes back with the technology, launches technology. For some reason, wants to see how the dinosaurs will evolve. It doesn't make any sense because he'll stop existing then. But maybe he can protect himself with a time bubble. I don't know. Oh my god, I'd love to write for this. Yo, any guys at Treyarch, Activision, you guys listen. Well, not Activision. I know you're evil, but any publishers, guys. I've got quite a few degrees in creative disciplines, but I'm a hell of a writer and a creative person. If you want me if you want to employ me, I'll let you. No, but seriously, guys, this is an opportunity to all studios out there. I'm gonna post this on Twitter, and I'm gonna send the link video to you guys. Oh god, I can't believe you didn't see me there. Just because I absolutely think your possibilities are endless, and this has got to be the next way you go. I know some of you guys are going to go World War II again, boots on the ground, that's fine, but for the next iteration, it's got to be time travel, guys. It's got to be. Anyway, YouTube, 28-1, no perks. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. So, cheers.